2024 has been an interesting year. In fact, it seems like it's a year of so much exposure. A lot of people are being exposed, a lot of things is happening. Somebody actually told me that in 2024 could be the year that you discover your truth and you discover what you're actually good at, and the rest of the world might even discover you when you really give it an opportunity to think about. One thing that I can tell you that has been really exciting about this year is that it's a little bit different from last year. Last year, so many people were carrying so much of that fear of living the past, what we have been going through over the COVID year. It took time for people to recover from this, and so many people had to go through so many mental health over those things, which is something that I'll talk about. It is there, and we'll get to talk about that. But the interesting part about 2024 is this: to anybody who's actually going to take his time, put it there, and try to visualize what he wants to do, this could be the year for you people. Because the exciting part about this year is that nobody's going to tell you what you can or you cannot do. In this year, you can be able to see what happens here, and the choice is yours. So what I'm here on this video, what I'm going to be talking about, I'm just going to be telling you the importance of actually discovering your purpose if you haven't. Because one thing that is very funny about this life that we're living in is that we are just living, and wherever the waves or the trends, whatever they call it, the trends hits, we go that direction. Whenever we want to do something, we just go to that direction. But there are people who seems like they want to visualize it, what they believe could be the thing that takes them to the next step. There are people who believe that, you know what, I've been doing all these things, I've been trying to live as a follower of other people, but there should be a reason why I've been put on this earth. There should be a reason why I'm living this life and I'm still breathing. There could be something that is really of a need that needs my input, whatever I'll do, so that I can actually produce something like that. And that, my friend, is what we call purpose. When you feel like there's something that is fighting and that is crying within you, that it wants to come out, it wants to do something, you want to produce something, it's just telling you that there is a purpose that you must be living for. You must be doing something to actually achieve it, to go toward that level that takes you to another level. Because if we continue just going around doing whatever that the world is throwing at us, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, you will find that your route might look long, but it will be the quickest way to the grave. And one thing that I never want to do in my life, something that I've heard so many people talk about, I have actually heard Denzel Washington talking about. He said that none of us in this world want to come to a point where we look at ourselves when we are at our deathbed, or maybe we're in the grave, and the talents will be coming to you and saying that we were given to you, we came to you, but you never did anything to actually use us. Because you as an individual, you have to understand that there is a treasure which was put in your earthly vessels. To those people who read the Bible, you actually know the scripture that I'm talking about. In those vessels, you have the ability to actually produce something out of nothing. I always tell the people that I talk about that never take people for granted. Whether he might look like he's a beggar right now, whether the person might look like he has nothing to offer right now, he is still a person. And because you are still breathing, there's still lungs, there's still air in your lungs, there's still something that you can do. There's still something that you can achieve. And in this video, I'm just going to try to remind the world what 2024 is holding for you and how you can find your purpose. It could be a series. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to actually do this as a series, because there's so much that I've written down that I'm going to be talking about. And yes, there will be a podcast that we are opening up. The links will be put in the description and what, as we now start to elevate Sam, because this has been a channel that has been running, and I'm going to be giving you so much things to actually, look at it and actually enjoy. So what am I here to talk about here? I'm just here to remind you, one of the most important thing is, to those people who still don't know what their why is, find your why. It's very easy to find their why. I'll make a full video to actually give guidelines to actually find their best why. But I have a simple thing that I can actually explain in a few minutes right now here, which is, go to the people that you want to spend so much time with. Go to people who you do so much with and actually ask them, who am I to you? Of course, that could be a hard question to ask. And don't ask them who you are to them. Ask them, what do I offer to you which you don't get from any other people? What makes my presence in your life become more memorable, more respectful, more amazing? What do I give to you? And I'm telling you, the person might will spend so much time thinking about what to say, how can you even give this idea. Then at the end of the day, he'll come up to say, I'm a person that whenever I need to talk about, I always come to you. You always know the right things to say about me. You always know what to do. You always remind me that there's something to live for in this world, even though sometimes it feels like we are wasting time in this world. So this is what other people have said about me, so it's easy for me to just talk about it. So that's why I'm here talking to you. I'm just trying to tell you that there is more you can achieve. So you need to find your why. That's very important. If you want me to do into a longer video, let me know in the comment section. But when we talk about finding your why, you need to look at yourself, your area of strength, what actually you're good at, what gives excitement when you're doing it, what actually makes you want to keep doing and actually want to keep going far whenever you're doing something special. Look at those things and see how you can turn that to produce something amazing, because in doing that, you are very close to finding out your purpose in this earth than you ever even thought you could, because it's easy as that, people. And when you find your purpose, now, these are the people who are actually going to take what I'm talking about seriously. Because the fact of the matter is that the choice is yours. Whatever you're going to decide, wherever you're going to go, whatever you're going to do, it's up to you. I'm not going to be there to tell you, but I'm just here to remind you, so that maybe when you watch this video 10 years later, 20 years later, you will remember this weird face talking to you and telling you that you're meant to achieve more in this world, because you are missing out on the best life possible. You're missing out on the thing that makes you amazing. And finding your why could actually be the best thing you do for yourself in 2024. It's still January, for Christ's sake. 25th of January as I'm doing this video. You can still do more. You can still do so much. So how are you going to achieve your purpose? How are you going to see a different person going forward? It begins here. In the beginning of this year, in the beginning of, as the month is going on, as we're about to come to the end of the month, what are you looking at? What are you doing? How are you spending your time? What is the man on the mirror saying to you? How are you looking at yourself, and what are you feeding to yourself? Because that could help you to reach to your purpose. So my motivation for you this day is find your purpose. Think about it, sit down about it, and you might actually enjoy what comes ahead. And to be honest, it's not only gonna end there after finding your purpose. To those people who are actually interested, you will live a good life, but it's never gonna come as easy as that. If I remember the parable of the talents that were given to people, all the talents that they were given in, the only way these things could develop into something more, or they could multiply, somebody had to put on the work. That is one of the most important things, that you have to move on after you find your purpose. You have to put on the work to motivate it. I've come a long way. I was actually going through my TikTok channel, and I've done so much, and I've come a long way to discover who I could be and how I can be. I'm not saying I'm better than I can be, but I'm still working on actually becoming the best version of myself. And you never know, as I continue doing this, so many opportunities keeps opening up, so many things are happening. I found myself getting exposed to so many things, and so you could. I'm not saying come and get a mic and just sit in front of a camera and speak like I do. It's working for me, but you also have your own purpose. You need to follow your own road, because if you do something that is not in line with your purpose, it will drain you, it will finish you, and you lose even the strength to want to do something special. And I'm sure you are a special person. You can achieve so many things. You can do so much in life. I believe that from the core of my heart. Do you believe it with me? That's my question that I have for you today. So let me know in the comment section, guys. What are you gonna do to take those important and amazing steps to discover your purpose in 2024? And how are you gonna do it? And remember, the choice is yours. You make the decision. So do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to Sam, and if you're watching this on TikTok, give it a follow and go check out for the full clip on actually Sam the YouTube channel. I'm out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a blessed January. I'll be back again with more videos like this. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comment section. I want to do so much. I'm really energized to just speak. I have not been doing that. 2023, I decided to go quiet, to find myself, to find the right things to say, and I think I'm back. And guess what? I'm back with a bang. It's gonna be exciting. Out like that, same people.